Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving into the fascinating and controversial topic of the Moon Landing Hoax. With so many opinions and theories, I'm excited to hear your thoughts. Let's start with a simple question. Why do you think this theory has persisted for so long?
Well, Michelle, I think part of it is that the idea of space travel itself was so groundbreaking at the time. Some people just found it hard to believe that we could achieve something so monumental with the technology of the 1960s.
Right, but it's not just about disbelief. There's also distrust in government institutions, stemming from things like the Watergate scandal and the Vietnam War. These events make people more skeptical of official narratives.
Absolutely, but Guy, isn't it a bit of a stretch to think such a large-scale operation could have been faked? The sheer number of people involved would make a conspiracy of this magnitude almost impossible to keep secret.
True, Sonia. But isn't it also curious how much footage and documentation comes from NASA itself? It's not impossible to think that the organization had a vested interest in controlling the narrative given the Cold War pressures.
Interesting points, everyone. Ryan, you mentioned distrust in government. Do you think this is reflective in how conspiracy theories have evolved over time across different societies?
Definitely. Conspiracy theories often flourish in climates of uncertainty or mistrust, which isn't confined to the US. In some countries, they serve as a way for people to express dissatisfaction with current political systems or to explain socio-economic issues.
That's a good point, Ryan. In a way, these theories offer a sense of control or understanding in a confusing world. It's like trying to connect the dots in a vast puzzle.
But aren't some conspiracy theories, like the Moon Landing Hoax, harmful when they begin to undermine scientific achievements? For instance, think about how the disbelief in the moon landing also spills into other areas, like climate change denial or vaccine skepticism.
Sure, Guy, but sometimes those challenging questions lead to further scientific inquiry or improvements in transparency. It's a double-edged sword because skepticism can push science forward, but also derail public trust if mishandled.
Let's explore the societal impacts of the skepticism. How can it influence personal decisions or societal structures? Sonia, any thoughts?
It can be quite significant, Michelle. This kind of skepticism often results in people feeling disconnected from official narratives, which can lead to an increase in populist movements or even influencing how people vote or engage with social issues.
Not to mention the impact on education. If students grow up in environments where they are encouraged to doubt well-established scientific facts, it can hinder their understanding of science and critical thinking skills.
Yet, isn't critical thinking precisely what we want to encourage? The difference is distinguishing between healthy skepticism and outright denialism. Teachers need to arm students with the skills to evaluate evidence rather than simply accept or reject it.
This brings in interdisciplinary insights. How can philosophy or sociology contribute to reconciling these different viewpoints and enhancing public understanding?
Philosophy, for instance, examines the nature of belief and truth, asking us to consider not just what we believe, but why we believe it. In a social context, it might compel us to look at how power dynamics shape collective beliefs.
Sociology could help too, by analyzing how group behaviors and societal structures contribute to the spread of conspiracy theories. Understanding the social networks and echo chambers can provide pathways to address these ideologies.
And technology is a double-edged sword here. While it facilitates the spread of misinformation, it also provides platforms for science communicators and fact-checkers to reach larger audiences. It's a battle for the narrative in many ways.
To wrap this up, what are some key takeaways we should remember? And how can this discussion guide our actions or thoughts moving forward?
I think it's crucial to maintain a balance between healthy skepticism and trust in scientific authorities. We should question, but also seek credible answers.
True, and engaging in open dialogues like these can bridge gaps in understanding and help dismantle harmful myths with empathy and knowledge.
Let's also take this as a reminder of the importance of evidence-based knowledge and the need to safeguard educational content and scientific communication.
Thanks, everyone. This has been enlightening. Remember, understanding the past and questioning narratives responsibly can be key in driving our future positively. Until next time.